All right, so the title of the stream is Ben Gibbard with Benjamin Button disease be like, will become. So, for one sentence, you do need to have a little bit of context. Benjamin Button disease is when you're born old and then like you de-age as you get older. Like you start out as a newborn old man and grow backwards into like an adult and then further backwards into like a kid and then a baby. And then presumably maybe something else before that. That'll come back later. Ben Gibbard is an American musician, best known for being the frontman of Death Cab for Cutie, but also the singer in the band The Postal Service, who you may know, well, they will see us waving from such great heights. Now, you know, like some Garden State type shit. So, they also have a song called We Will Become Silhouettes When Our Bodies Finally Go, where they go, we'll become. And now you pull it all together. Ben Gibbard, if he had Benjamin Button disease, be like, will become. Because soon, as they get older, they're going to regress into a more primordial form. It's not hard, it's easy, man. Iron and Wine Moggs. Yeah, when your mom was calling Bob Dylan Judas at the Newport Folk Festival 1965. Just in case the Postal Service goes a little too hard for you, we'll mellow it out. Little Iron and Wine. Make it a little bit less intimidating. Also, you know what the most offensive part of this, like, hack-eyed joke is? Is it hack-eyed or hackneyed? Either way, I thought about it right before bed last night, but I don't have a notes app. So I literally wrote this stream title into the search bar of Amazon Music to not forget it. So that when I woke up, I would get on the bike and then like open Amazon Music and then get hit with like the joke right to my forehead. I've done that multiple times. I'll type something I don't want to forget in the search bar of Amazon Music or Prime Video. By the way, Janice, what are you doing, man? You can't be stealing Svetlana's leg, man. Just over some old records? Nah, man. Sis is tweaking or whatever. Like, Janice, just chill. Not to mention, it's like, I mean, these are spoilers, okay? I'm going to keep them vague. Janice, you shouldn't be making any enemies right now. That's all I'm trying to say. After the stuff that you pulled, not but like 3 months ago or something like that, you shouldn't be bringing any extra attention onto yourself. Just lay low, man. Lay, lady, lay upon my big ass bed. The fuck was wrong with Luke? Are you here? What the fuck was wrong with Nashville Skyline era Bob Dylan? What was he doing with his voice, man? And how many times did that fucking hack put Girl from the North Country on an album, bro? He literally put it on like Freewheeling Bob Dylan and Nashville Skyline. Like, get some new material, bro. He covered his own song. First he did it with this one. And then he did it with this one. Lay upon my big ass bed. Stars are running. He's a scammer, man. Can you do Bob Dylan doing Nightman? Literally, Charlie Day already did that, like season 2 of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, man. Look at the outfit that Charlie's wearing when he goes, Nightman, sneaky and mean. Spider inside my dreams, I think I love you. He's wearing like 17 scarves, man. He's like a millennial Timothy Chalamet. The bit's been done. Can I also say something about The Sopranos without getting too, like, I get that this is actually not a plot hole. I thought of a great novelty t-shirt for Gen Z, by the way, okay? And it would be like the skeleton weightlifting, and it would be like, my body is a machine that turns art into criticism, or something like that. That's, you know, the skeleton doing bicep, or maybe it's the Grim Reaper doing like a preacher curl or something like that. My body is a machine that turns art into criticism. I think that would be like a pretty good shirt. Wow, they loved that one. Yeah, I did interrupt my own rant. Now I can't remember what the fuck I was talking about. What the hell was I trying to say a second before that popped into my head, man? Oh, The Sopranos. Okay, they're in the mob, all right? I get that this is part of it, but I just want to talk about it for a second. Because it really struck me in the episode that I just watched. These are spoilers for the third season of The Sopranos, okay? They're spoilers. So I'd like you take 2 minutes and mute if you're really concerned about the spoilers. I'm going to give you a 10-second window to mute. So it's not an insanely major spoiler. It's not like, hey, well, you do remember when they blah blah the blue? It's not like that, okay? But Christopher's a made man now, and he's doing little smash and grabs to make up the deficit to Paulie for his numbers game, okay? Or for the sports gambling. What's the point of being in the mob? You can't come up with $2 fucking grand? He can't come up with $2 grand? He's killed like 8 people. He's killed so many people in the series so far, and he doesn't even have $2,000 in his savings account? Like, what are you talking about? I know it's O2. Okay, you're not wrong. It's O2. So that, like, with inflation, that's getting up there. That might be like 6 grand, okay? But still, man, 10K is a lot of money. I thought that was like the point of being in the mob, though, man, which is like, you know, you live your whole life being scared that your friends are going to shoot you in the back of the head, but you get like a lot of money as a result. But it's like he's actually broke, man. He's doing a lot of cocaine, to be fair, but like it turns out they're not even making that much money. He's got a nice apartment. Well, that's just how they used to build condos, bro, before like Airbnb existed. They were building like 2,000 square foot condos. Nowadays, they're building like 300 square foot condos with 4 bedrooms. And you're like, yeah, but there's a gym. There's a gym on the first floor. There's a Life Fitness recumbent bicycle and 2 kettlebells on the first floor. The 20-inch flat screen mounted 17 feet in the air in the corner. We got cold brew coffee in the fridge in the break room. You gotta be here 17 hours, but you can bring your dog. You know what I'm talking about? Bring your dog to the office. We got cold brew coffee for you. Come on down. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I wouldn't be in the mob if I couldn't have like at least 2 G's in my savings account. That's all I'm saying. You a rain jacket or umbrella sort of guy? Rain jacket. I don't like carrying an umbrella just because it's like, it's just a lot to manage when you're walking. You still get a little bit wet when you're carrying an umbrella. Plus, you got to dodge everybody else's umbrellas. I like, you know, if you're in the Pacific Northwest, you should have a decent rain jacket. You just wear it and you wear your Blundstones. No, Blundstones actually aren't fully, they're good enough, man. I'm not jumping in puddles, okay? Your man's 36 years old these days. Umbrellas are ableist. We don't do that anymore, man. We don't do that anymore. That's like maybe a 2021 line of reasoning. We're not going back. I'm not going. Well, you can take me back, but you got to drag me. You got to drag me back. Banger title, dude. I was doing coloring sheets with my daughter last night, and then she wanted to listen to Meghan Trainor, so I just waited until we got like 2 Meghan Trainor songs in, and then I hot swapped to some like early 2010s millennial core, and it started playing some stuff I haven't listened to in years because I've been on this Fugazi Bob Dylan sort of shit for, I don't even know, a while now. And I was like, damn, dude, I forgot about like all this music that I was like weeping to circa maybe '06. There's some good shit in there, man. Yeah, you know how it is, Corey. I think I was too hard on the Postal Service. Because I think I loved them at a cringe era of my life, and then I associated their naked sentimentality with my own cringe and rejected it in the pursuit of an adult life. And now coming back to it as like a 36-year-old, I'm like, damn, he does seem so out of context in this gaudy apartment complex. It's the type of shit where there's like a stranger with your door key explaining that he's just fucking visiting and shit like that. Recycled Air, their best song? No, the fuck it isn't. The Dream of Evan and Chan is still their best song. It's certainly not Recycled. Recycled Air might be one of the skips, no disrespect. But I'm happy, I'll defend to the death your right to say it. You being serious? You don't like The Dream of Evan and Chan? You should listen to James Figurine. Buddy, I don't know, you might be 40 years old. But can I say, I was listening to Duntel when you were in my head, when you were fucking spermatic, okay? I was listening to the fucked up songs where he was typing I love you on a T9 keyboard. I have to type my love on numbers into my cell phone so that they can spell love but they usually don't. And it takes me 18 letters just to spell out goodbye. But if I leave out the good, it'll save me some time. I'm not your typical rapper. My house is just middle class. And every week I have to cut the grass. I have to work hard every day, so I have the money to go out and play. Average homeboy. We put on. I was like, you guys have got to hear this. That I put on average homeboy, and then he said like 20 lines in a row about how he's white. He does. It's like line number 3 is like, as you can see, I'm not black. And I was like, oh no. I think he says, I don't do drugs and I'm not on crack. Is that he shouldn't have said that, man. The 2 sentences, I believe that the average homeboy wrote them as 2 separate ideas that were not meant to be linked, but the juxtaposition of the lines looks really bad. He shouldn't have put those lines adjacent, okay? But to be honest with you, maybe that's what the average homeboy was like in like 1987, man. I don't know. I wasn't alive. In the second verse, he mostly just talks about having to like wash his car and stuff. It's not so bad. Genius lyrics have a semicolon between those lines. Dude, did you know that Envy versus Eli Porter is on Rap Genius? I went to the article because I was trying to figure out what he meant by, I'll tell you what's next, man, by the hour. He like Rosie O'Donnell at a bisexual bridal shower. Let me see. Yeah. So I'm going to let you know who the best by the hour. Just like Rosie O'Donnell at a bisexual bridal shower. Here's the genius annotation. Rosie O'Donnell is well known for her habit of attending bisexual bridal showers just so that once an hour she can let everyone know who's the best. He has some kind of insane lines. Like Eli Porter, he shouldn't have said some of the stuff that he said. Oh, he was really going off. What do you mean he had no flow? They actually had to stop him because his flow was too good. And maybe like at the high school rap battle, you're not supposed to drop like a racial slur. But like, I think it was because they were like, hey, you got to go easy on Envy, man. Like this is just it's kayfabe. This line, man, look at this dude. He need to stay in the shade. Ain't no wonder why he came out. He already in the gay parade. It's kind of heat, man. It's homophobic, okay? It's a homophobic bar, but it's kind of heat. Genius annotation. If you're already in a gay parade, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that you're a homosexual. First off, I don't think that's true. I think you could just be an ally. But that is a really funny annotation. Yeah, Corey, there's some good stuff that we used to listen to when we were kids, man. I didn't know. I kind of threw it all away. Even up to like 2013. Like The Mother We Share by Churches came on. I honestly don't know what the hell happened to Churches after that because I didn't listen to any music from about 2013 until 2023, which is why I'm on Blonde right now. But like that song's got a hell of a hook, man. They made the same song 100 times. So did Bob Dylan, if you think about it. You guys heard Royals by Lord? It's taken the airways by storm. Pretty good song, though. That'll get Prezzo out of his Saddam Hussein hole if he's here. Decemberists also slap. Pump the brakes, kid. Everything's got its limits, okay? Some Decemberist songs came on the shuffle and I tolerated them, but there's something a little too vest and hat about the Decemberists for me. And I was fucking with it in 05, okay? But now when he starts talking about like, oh, Valencia, our blood still warm on the ground. Something about the Decemberists just conjures like an image of Linkara running in my head. I swear to the stars, I'll burn this whole city down. Oh. I'm like, buddy, no, look at you. No, you're not going to burn the whole city down. I mean, I get it. But like, I don't know. There's just something about it, man. They're so good. I don't know. I think it's just I wasn't enough of a band kid, okay? Burn the city down. You can't even make eye contact with the pizza guy. That's a funny statement. I don't believe that's true. I believe Colin Malloy can make eye contact with the pizza guy. That being said, that is really funny. Things don't have to be true to be funny. Some of the falsest shit of all time is hilarious, man. We saw Colin Malloy. Oh, wait, this is so good. I saw Colin Malloy last summer, and he's like, this song has a word in it that I probably shouldn't say, but I'm going to say it anyway because I trust you, and we all got so nervous. And to find out the word is like kill or something like that. Then Colin Malloy goes, pistol shots ring out in a barroom night. Enter Patty Valentine from the upper hall. And oh shit. Oh fuck. He sees a bartender in a pool of blood. Shouts out, my God, they've unalived them all. Yeah, Pete Seeger getting a fucking bazooka to try to blow up the control panel at the Newport Folk Festival. I still think, dude, we're ahead of our time. So I mean, I've been just bullshitting for like half an hour here. We're ahead of our time, I think, on our a complete unknown takes. I really think as like people who are not 100 years old see the movie, everyone is going to be like, why the fuck are they so pressed about this folk festival, man? Nobody gives a shit at all. It's just like, I like a complete unknown. I think it's a pretty, I think it's a good movie. But I do think that like as more and more people watch it, they'll be like, it actually works better as like an unintentional comedy. If you watch it like through the lens of like, there's absolutely no reason why they treat the folk festival like the way they treat the Catalina wine mixer in Step Brothers. Like it's played for laughs, that it's so sacred even though it's meaningless. Except in A Complete Unknown, and perhaps in real life, it was like real, man. They fucking wanted him dead. They were trying to kill his ass for playing like some songs that are 99% similar to folk music. Like it's so similar to folk music that modern audiences won't even listen to it. But back then they were like, you're the fucking devil, Bob. You're the devil. I don't believe you. Please God, launch the game. Albatross, you've been around a long time. That didn't even pop your bubble shield, okay? But, like, because you had iframes when you entered the room. You still got, like, 8 HP and 2 spirit hearts, okay? But, like, I'm just saying you're offside. He's not one. He's got an overshield right now. But still, I found my personal get me a coffee. Having someone ask me a question while I'm holding a clipboard, lifting 1 to 2 pages, and giving an exact answer, that does have to feel good, man. While we're talking about how good it probably feels to say, get me a coffee, you know what one of the most underrated parts of being married is? I said underrated, not necessarily best, but underrated. It's getting asked something, and then instead of replying immediately, saying something like, let me ask the boss first. It goes so hard, man. For someone when they're like, hey, we're doing like a thing this weekend, like you should bring the family. And I'm like, yeah, sure, let me just clear it up with the boss first. It feels so good, man. It feels even better when it's something you don't want to do and you know you're not even going to ask. But it feels good when you're genuinely going to ask too. This is not boomer I hate my wife posting. Oh my God, you guys, you're not going to make it. You got so much life ahead of you and so much needless anger. How is it possible that like the most sensitive people of all time have no empathy for their fellow man? It's supposed to be like in parallel. You're supposed to have the sensitivity with the empathy. Not the sensitivity, but none of the empathy. That doesn't even make sense, man. You only have empathy for yourself? No way Kate does that to you, though. Why would she have to ask me? She's the boss, bro. You literally don't even know how this works. I mean, this is insane. It's like you're LARPing as a married man. That's not how it works, man. If a wife said, let me ask the boss, people would be like, are you okay? Do you need some help? It sounds like your situation is messed up. When a dude says, let me ask the boss, all the other dudes are like, I know that's right. I know how that is. You just don't get it, man. You just don't get it. Anyway, Monster Train 2 came out. Hetero gender norms are crazy. I don't know what to tell you. You just figure it out as you go. You don't have to be that smart. I've been doing it for years. This is what the damn Hyperloop's gonna look like by the time it's done, man. I just know it. Can we admit, and I'm not saying you have to hand it to him, But when Elon first announced the Cybertruck and was like, look at it, a baseball bat won't even break the windows, you were like, hey, buddy, nobody's trying to smash my windows with a baseball bat. But then wouldn't you know it, Cybertruck drivers are probably pretty thankful for the baseball bat proof glass right now. He was ahead of his time, man. He didn't know. Like he knew that there was going to be a problem that required a solution. He was forward thinking, man. And if you don't have if you got a solution in search of a problem, then just, I don't know, I guess create the problem is what he was thinking, man. The tech, is that allowed? Sorry, I was crashing. I was about to ruin somebody's life in chat, but I decided against it. We've already done it too much lately. Most people deserved it. Most people deserved it. Not everybody deserved it. The person in Dan's chat who modestly annoyed me, and then I said, Dan, can you audit this chatter, please? And then he audited, I'm not trying to get Dan in trouble, but he audited their follower list. And he did something that I wouldn't have done, which is he was like, yeah, this looks good, this looks good. Then there were like 2 women that he followed and went, okay, buddy, what happened? And I made sure to type in chat, I think it's problematic to suggest that someone is following, anytime anyone follows a woman on Twitch, it's for untoward reasons. Because he followed like 80 guys and 2 women, and Dan called him sus for following 2 women. And I said, I didn't come with him. I'm not associated with this guy. He's speaking freely of his own accord, okay?
Dan, you have a chatter. Followed 2 minutes ago. Both messages are about you. Permission to fire. Are they negatory messages? Give me the name here. Look, your word's good here, but just for the bit, what's their name? I just want to see what they said. User, it could be super unknown, I'm guessing. I mean, right away, I don't even need to click on this. If it's this person with a 0 instead of an O, and like one of those V for Vendetta faces. Oh, that's not the guy. Sorry. I mean, sorry. Sorry. Super unknown. That's a mystery. Do you have the underscore balanced it out? Yeah, I like your underscore in your name, man. What's the person's name? Mia's for art. TMS PMA. That's a very low effort username. Raging Wolf Helm.
Skyfi 322.
Middle school meme. Definitely a software engineer who's bored today. But let's see what they said. There are 527 references of NFL saying alas on NL quotes. Womp womp. You know, Ryan, I do trust you, but we gotta go one step deeper here real quick. Just stay with me here. One step deeper because we gotta check their follow list. Which is the non-biased third party. The non-biased that will give you full-on permission to fire. Let's go back to the beginning. RT game, Doug. Small Ant. Irma. Something changed. Something changed with TMS between 2022 and 2023. I'm not saying anything changed. I'm not saying anything changed at all, but brought it back. Squeaks, Northernlion, Point Crow, Lil Aggie, Day 9, Cringe Alarm 1, the Hassan to Dan Giesling pipeline is real. Ryan Gary, man, I mean, you're the field general. This one, I mean, if we're talking about like a timeout, I wouldn't correct you in front of your loyal soldiers, but this is probably something we'd have in like the green military 10 after and be like, hey, like let's just double check the targets next time. We would have that discussion in private though. But yeah, man, you got the artillery, you can use it.
I did. I had to defend my hater, man. He flipped me over to his side. Yeah, I was just stirring the pot, really. I'm just letting you know that you're not going to reach heaven, okay? And I'm going to tell you why. The same people who were begging for Monster Train. It's mission 1 of the tutorial. My goats washed at Monster Train. Restart. I saw a couple of messages saying restart. I saw some people saying you can see a damage preview before the round ends. That's not true. You literally can't not see a damage preview before it ends. It's on the screen at all times. You must see a damage preview. So I'm letting you know that I just did an AoE, and all type A bubble shields are already popped. And the reason they're popped, it's not because my feelings are hurt. It's because you're gonna ruin the game. If you just start typing like random backseating stuff when we're still like, we're at the moment of conception right here. If you wanna like ruin the experience, you're doing a good job. So I'm letting you know, already your bubble shields are popped. Now it's up to you if you wanna take lethal. You have control over that. I have thorns, and I'm immune on this turn. I wanna put it in terms that you nerds can understand, okay? I'm immune on this turn, and I have thorns, and you're one tapped. So you're going, it's lethal if you attack right now. So I'm just saying, you're on notice. Because you're ruining it for, not just for me, but for everybody else that also wants to see it. Now, the metaphor could not have been more tactful. I simply ask you to take a step back and let cooler heads prevail, okay? I don't even recognize you anymore. Times past you knew me back then, but it all comes back to me in the end. And then someone in chat's got it. Can you type the rap while I hold the note? And I tried so hard. I think you'll find that the timing was pretty good, man. The timing was all right there. You guys just type really slow, to be honest. Librarian is Joe Exotic posting? Are you talking about the butt print image that Joe Exotic posted on social media last weekend? Yes, we are. It's kind of romantic in like a gross way. I didn't even see this message, but... Or the message you're responding to. But this message is so real. We need one right now, but my team's not hiring. I know how that is, man. Is NL finally playing the demo? Guy who's pressed I haven't played the demo that doesn't know that the full game came out today. The world contains multitudes. That's all I'm trying to say. Do we even have 2 pieces of equipment? Can people stop insulting the art? It looks good. STFU. Dude, you're getting it now. Eventually, I think we all come to this conclusion on this website. I really don't care if you think it looks like a mobile game, man. Stop telling me the ingredient list, okay? Stop telling me the recipe and start telling me how the food tastes. Nobody cares if it looks like a mobile game, man. Not to mention, you're the same people I opened the audit and you're telling me to play like Dwarf Fortress, which looks like some shit that would be in like a 1980s movie about like hackers launching a nuclear bomb or something like that. You gotta chill with that. Nobody cares, man. Also, you're insulting like the actual artists involved. There's lots of games that like the texture quality and art direction might be more to my liking than Monster Train. A lot of those games are total dog shit, man. It's like it's the price you pay. I'm sorry. Dono Wald? What's the Dono Wald, Dan? I didn't see. Sorry. It wasn't Dono Wald. I was looking at the game. I guess that's literally what a Dono Wall is. Now that I think about it. I did not call the dude who followed 2 ASMR streamers sus, just for the record. I don't need to say anything. There's a clip. The clip speaks for itself. I did not call your target sus who followed 2 ASMR streamers at 2 a.m. I didn't say anything. I didn't say a single thing. I don't do Twitch drama like that, Daniel. Look at me. I'm playing Monster Train 2. You got me confused with everybody else on this cursed website. Following any streamer at 2 a.m. is sus? Is this where I get to say something like people work night shift? Also, he doesn't know it was at 2 a.m. Oh wait, maybe he does know it was at 2 a.m. I don't know. The website might have those kind of details. This game looks like it has a budget of $60 USD. Your name is Cyber Drunk Zero, man. You gotta like... I'm just... Well, you're being rude is the first thing I'm gonna say. So like, I'm not... I feel bad that I feel bad for making you feel bad for personally attacking you. But you started it, man. Your first time chat is so rude to the game that has like professional artists working on it. That's crazy. Cyber Drunk Zero? Cybo Man, remember that? Saying I got another Dan message. Just give me a second here. Dan message. You can't derail the M train, buddy. MFAM for life? You only live once. What is MFAM? It's a Nick Merckx thing. Oh, okay. It's all making sense now. It's actually, and I don't mean this in a negative way in the slightest. This is quid pro quo because I was being an S disturber in Dan's chat. Now he's being an S disturber in my chat. But the truth of the matter is, any streamer will tell you it's nice to have a benevolent S disturber in chat because it keeps the energy in a good spot. Like there's a little tension, but not so much tension that it becomes uncomfortable. It's just like that nice sort of like the repartee. It sucks up the air so that the true shitters can't get the attention they ordered. I think we all appreciate. Who has the best username in chat? Is Osama bin Lifton still here? Osama bin Lifton is definitely up there. You might be the GOAT of not acknowledging chat questions. Listen, buddy, you got to put yourself in my mindset, okay? You're probably sick of your mom asking you what you're going to do with your life, and she's only been asking you that for like 6-7 years at this point, right? I've been doing this for like 15 years. I got people in chat that are still asking stuff like, what's your D&D personality type? I told you in 2012, I don't know what it means. I don't know what the question means, and thus I am inclined to think that it's a little bit rude, even though that's probably not the case, and I take offense to it. Remember when internet culture was yelling a random WoW player's username? It wasn't a random WoW player, it was Leroy Jenkins, bro. He's like literally the least random WoW player. I got too many cards in my hands. So now we know. This is like that song from that Portland Renaissance Fair. Do you hear what I'm hearing? It's going to be this and this. You guys are going to be studs. Then we're going to put this on you because you don't get any bigger anyway. And then you have to play another dragon because the dragons are too strong. Lamau +2. It has that same kind of like bam, 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 ticka 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 ticka. You know what I'm talking about? It's got that kind of thing going on. It's so, dude, it's so real. I'm only ever gonna be able to hear that. Cyberdrunk Zero says, dead internet theory. You're all bots. I'm the only real boy. It's like 11 a.m. on a Wednesday, man. We gotta talk. It's just not a good thing. What we got going here? We got bad vibes going here. Thoughts on allowing people to use channel points to audit another chatter? With no disrespect, and I mean in like genuinely with no disrespect, we need to get people off of this website. We need to offload. What do they call them? The opposite of onboarding. We need to give them further incentives systemically in order to get them off the website so they don't accidentally think that chatting in Twitch is a hobby. We can't give them more things that they want to do because they will keep them here, and we're actually violating like what I consider to be like the responsibility that we have to our fellow man by giving them more incentives to stay on the website. This should not be a place where you're like, I am motivated to be there. This is like the lender of last resort. If you've got nothing else to do and you need to pair your work with something that kind of numbs the mind a little bit, then this is where you go. And that's good. But we definitely don't want people being like, skirt, skirt, I gotta drive home super fast so I can, oh, I've got so many channel points, like burning a hole in my pocket. That to me is irresponsible. I don't think we can do that and feel good about, like, I actually think that if we did that in a minor way, I would think that we would be making society worse. You might say that's too far, but it's like actually what I believe. We actually have to make it like a little bit more inhospitable so that people are like, damn, I should like get outside at least now and then. Not nonstop, like you can be here from time to time. But you should acknowledge that, like, we're not putting daily quests into the stream, is what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to gamify you being here to make you, like, your cerebellum gets tricked into thinking you're doing something productive by being here. And I believe that. So you don't like channel points? I I didn't add them to the website. You got me confused with some other guy. I redeem them from time to time. Every once in a while, I'll redeem them. Maybe like once a year. Every time I try to click on the treasure chest to get more channel points, it always says like error claiming rewards. So I'm sure that's somewhere on the Trello board right now. I don't know if anybody else has the same situation, but same. They'll figure it out, man. Eventually they'll figure that one out for sure. Can you feel the vibe if I ask you to imagine a rainy day in 2008? Well, I can feel the vibe. The first thing you have to understand is I consider nostalgia to be the enemy of all authentic emotion. I can feel the vibe because we had a sun shower yesterday. And something about it raining while the sun is up is it's just a vibe to begin with. It smells better. I don't know why it smells better. I'm sure you're at like 1,000 video essay Andys in a row are gonna type like it's because of the petrichor or something like that. But it smells better. You know that there's gonna be a rainbow at the end, and there was a beautiful and vibrant rainbow. I also have to tell you, because I think this nostalgia bait is like the first step towards getting radicalized to areas I don't want to even touch upon. I see these videos sometimes that are like, look what they took from you. And it's like, this is the day, the last school day before Christmas holidays in the year 2003. And then it's just like a video of like what school used to be like. I have a kid in school, and it's like, it's still like that. Like those times are not gone. You're just old. You're not in school anymore, bro. Like I was in like the 10th grade at that time. Do I have nostalgia for that time? Yeah, because the nostalgia is like unavoidable. But at the same time, they didn't take it from me. They were like, you graduated, now go do some other stuff. I pick up my daughter from kindergarten. They're still doing the same stuff. Right before Christmas holidays, they're cutting out evergreen Christmas trees out of green construction paper and putting like felt decorations on them and stuff like that. They're all dressed in cute fuzzy sweaters. Like they're still doing that stuff. They didn't take it, man. They didn't take it away. And in 2008, I was 20. I'm not gonna say the world feels the same, but like I don't have any particular nostalgia for what specifically the world was like in 2008, because it was mostly just like, you know, wake up, eat lunch. Probably wake up around noon, because you know it's possible that if it was Thursday, then the night before that would have been trivia night. You stay out a little bit late, have a few too many pitchers, maybe, because pitchers were like $13 a pitcher back then, which was kind of crazy. But still, it was mostly just the same thing, man. I think you lose sight of the joie de vivre of day-to-day living when you start focusing on the fact that you're not 12 years old anymore. If you start living every day trying to like capture a dividend of happiness in the little things, you don't have to worry so much about like, oh, remember when Kung Fu Panda came out? Like the world will never be the same. Buddy, you didn't make it. That was DreamWorks. Why don't you try to impart some meaning on the world before you blame everybody else for the state that it's in? So sure, I can picture the vibe. Is that your question? The question was, is this your handwriting? Yeah, sure, I'm not a kid anymore, but I'm eating Raising Cane's in my car before I go back to the office. Can a child do that? I think about that all the time, man. Yesterday, I had to take my wife to the doctor, and the parking lot was like, there was not a lot of spots, right? So I saw some people get into their car, and I was like, I'm gonna take that spot. They got into the car, the lights turned on. I waited like 30 seconds, the light turned off, look in the rearview mirror, start unpacking like fast food paper, and they're eating in the driver's seat. And then I was like, I'm gonna freak the fuck out, because like I need this spot. We got to get to the doctor's appointment. It's one of those parking lots that's like, once you're in, you can't get out unless you park in a spot. Like I was gonna have to reverse backwards down like 7 ramps or something like that. Thankfully, after like another 30 seconds, probably taking the first bites, they put it into drive and got out of the spot, which I appreciated. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to say that the world hasn't always been like this, because maybe it has always been like this. But I always feel like every time I go to any grocery store now, but particularly H-Mart, 80% of the cars that are parked in the parking lot have people eating in the car and nobody in the store. Like the cars are not empty. People go to the grocery store and then just like park their car and just sit there, I guess. I don't really know what's going on. I mean, like literally, like I drive to the grocery store, get out of my car, and then look at the other cars as I'm walking in, and like 1 in 3 has a person in the driver's seat, not putting the car into drive, but just like sitting there in their car. I don't know what it is, man. You mean metaphorically? No, I mean in a literal, like a physical, lyrical. What does he say? 1 second. I think let me rinse you real quick here. I'm not taking any extra damage. They're just chilling. They're taking up space, man. The take that gets me in the most trouble, but I swear to you, if this costs me my city council bid, then so be it. I have to be true to my principles. Every food court needs to have a sign that is, at least busy food courts need to have a sign that is, please do not take a table until you have your food. And you're gonna say, that's not fair. You need to snipe a table as soon as possible and then send someone else for the food. Otherwise, you won't get a table. That's what got us into this mess in the first place. The tables are for you to have a place to sit while you're eating your food. Now, because everybody's trying to do like this tragedy of the commons thing, that is like, if I don't grab a table before I get my food, then I'm not gonna have a table after I get my food. 50% of the tables are occupied by people who are waiting for their food, and then you got like 30 motherfuckers with trays walking around going, where can I sit? Where can I sit? And sometimes it's gonna take you 10 minutes to get your food. I would have been done with my food, and then I would have given you my table by the time that like you're just sitting there taking up space. Another way to do, I guess this is not how food courts are designed, but there should be like, it would be nice if, I'm not gonna say you need to pay to enter the food court, okay? But if like the chairs were located beyond the restaurants. So you got the food, and then the design of the mall then funneled you into the seating zone instead of the way it works right now where it's all like one big atrium or something like that. That way, that small nudge, people would be like, oh, so the order of operations is you get the food and then you go get a seat. Instead of like just putting the tables right there. And people are like, I'll sit here with 12 bags. You guys go out there and grab all the food and then come back. You can't win every argument by just saying I'm rich. I'm not gonna let you get away with that. It's the same way I'm not gonna let you win arguments by just saying you're sadder than I am. That's literally not my problem. We're in the marketplace of ideas, okay? The rhetoric speaks for itself. It would be better, man. It would be better if they just had a sign that was like, please don't take a table until you have your food. It wouldn't stop everybody, but I think it would stop enough people that the problem would be a little bit better. There'd be more liquidity in the table market. Nobody's gonna give a shit about a sign. Be the change you wanna see in the world, bro. People always be like, why does my society suck? And then you examine like their own behavior. It's because you're not doing it, man. If you do it, and then, you know, even a small lighter can burn a bridge, bro. Then be the guy standing with the tray. Buddy, I'm at Holt's Cafe, okay? You're not gonna see me at taco time unless I'm at the mall without my wife, which happens 2 times a year, maybe if I'm buying her a gift and I don't want her to know, okay? And then I'll go to the food court and I'll get the taco time tortilla bowl that comes in the hard tortilla with the shredded cheese inside of it. Otherwise, we're at the restaurant inside of the department store. Society prospers when men improve restaurants that they will not be seated in, okay? It sucks for me that I gotta take all this heat because I'm the last man of principle that actually exists on the planet. Everybody else is like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, but I'm just gonna keep doing whatever's better for myself. Okay, then keep living in a shit world. We got some problems that I think are pretty easy to fix, okay? I know you motherfuckers aren't bringing your shopping cart back. I know that for a fact. I'll be upstairs saying thanks. Everything was amazing. I almost crashed out at the grocery store. I think this was like 2 days ago. There was, and I feel bad. This is a little ageist, which is like one of the last ists that is still acceptable to make a joke about because most people are pretty chill about it. So like there was an older woman in front of me at the grocery store. She wasn't ancient. She was like, I'm gonna say mid-60s, okay? Which is interesting because that means she was probably born in the 1960s as well. That's a little bit of resonance there. The way that this grocery store works is that your membership is attached to your phone number. So when you're checking out, they always go, what's your phone number? so that we can get the membership pricing and the rewards points, blah, 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 blah. And she said a number. Let's pretend phone numbers are one number. She said, my phone number is 7. And then the cashier went, blip. Oh, we don't have any record for that. And then the lady went, oh, sorry, it's 7? The cashier went, blip. He said, oh, we really don't have any records for that. I don't know what's going on. And then she said, okay, let's try one more time. 7. She said it like condescending. 7. And then the cashier typed it in and went, I don't know what's going on. Maybe our system's busted. And then I swear to God, the old lady went, okay, last try, 6. And then she typed it in and it was like, oh, Joanne. And then the lady was like, finally. And I was like, you motherfucker. Out of respect for the decorum of the environment here, I'm not gonna say anything because it's already taken like a minute and a half too long for you to finish checking out one bulk like walnuts bag. But that's me saying I want to punch the society that led us to this situation, not wishing harm on any single individual specifically. Plus, it's my left, which is not even my strong hand, even though I'm left-handed. I don't understand it either. I bowl with my right, but I throw with my left. It's confusing. Any feedback on the slide? Actually, that's a good point. Let me go to my email really quick. Let me see. Dude, Gmail knows what's up. Here's what I said. Remember from 5 days ago? Thanks so much for getting back to me so quickly. A phone call would be perfect for me. Is there an afternoon next week that's convenient for you? I'm usually available from about 2:30 to 4:30 on the weekdays. That was my message. Gmail said, you sent this 5 days ago. Want to follow up? Yes, I do. Don't make that sound to me. Hello, person's name. Hope you had a great long weekend. Just circling back to see if there's a good time this week for us to chat on the phone about this. Thanks again. I'm circling back. I was talking about it with some of the other dads, man, who work real jobs, and I presented them my hypothesis, which is that if you are an employee, or a business owner for that matter, and you have a choice of what to do with your time, you are more likely to, all other things being equal, you're more likely to dedicate that time to getting someone annoying to go away. Because if you ignore them, they're just going to keep annoying you. So I'm not going to be rude, but if it's between me and another person that's not going to send the follow-up, I'm sending the follow-up so I stay top of mind. And you could tell me to F off. If you're like, we're not going to do this, then I'll say thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it nonetheless. Please let me know if anything changes. But I'm not going to let you slip out of the grapple, okay? Plus, I think we got aligned incentives. I want to build this playground equipment, man. And I'm not asking you to pull from like the budget for the Festival of Lights. I want to do it. But people were telling me about the park that they built or the playground they built in Oppenheimer Park. And they were like, it cost $625,000 to build the playground. And I'm like, shit. That's like 1 billion times more expensive than I'm looking to be involved for. Well, I'm like, I just want. It's basically, if they have to demo the slide and build another one, okay, we'll talk. But they really just need like 2 slide parts to fix it. No, I literally don't even want my name on the slide, because I know like weirdos like you are gonna go to the park and like take a selfie with it when I just want the kids to be able to use the slide. Now, if they give us a plaque, I'll put something funny on it. You have my word on that one, but it's definitely not gonna be the Northern Lion Memorial slide, especially if my ass is still corporeal, man. Hey, Justin, I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time playing this. I like my cheese drippy, bro. Remember that? Hawk Tuah was ahead of their time. I know that's right, man. Simpler times. I refuse to let Hawk Tuah as a meme die, man. I think it'll just keep getting funnier. I'm going all in on tulip bulbs. The less funny it gets, the more funny it stays. Hawk Tuah is funny till Claptrap says it in Borderlands 4. Well, we have a gentleman's agreement that none of us are going to play that garbage, right? So, like, we don't have to really concern ourselves with what they write it in there for. I think I was sponsored to play Borderlands 3 now that I think about it. I should chill a little. Borderlands is good, though. Time Traveler from fucking the distant past be like, Time Traveler from 2012 be like, huh? That's not fair. I apologize for that. Hang on. Silence! A Toasty is speaking. / user Sir Toasty. With Toasty T. Let me see what you said here. Did you see GeoGuessr's evil now? What happened to GeoGuessr? They signed on to an esports tournament in Saudi Arabia, so a bunch of people pulled their custom maps. That's how she goes, man, for sure. This isn't like the same thing. But you know, my wife is like she's a Disney head, right? So Disney announced they were building a new park in Dubai. And I, you know, happened to be in like the room while people are talking about it on YouTube and stuff like that. And I'm like, nobody, none of these Disney YouTube channels are like, I'm gonna boycott the Disney park in Dubai, man. Really? As soon as they announced it, I was like, yeah, I'm never going to that, obviously. Everybody else was like, I wonder what kind of cool Dubai exclusive merch they're gonna have. I was like, what? I thought we were all on the same page here, man. Patch was without downtime in the bazaar today. They got out, listen, I told them we'd bury the beef on the remix, but if I'm being 100% honest, I still feel like they're 10% offside. They can get me back. This will surprise you. I'm quick to anger. I would never deny that. But I'm also very quick to forgive, okay? I react fast, but I'm capable of getting a bubble in my throat, and I'm also capable of letting go of that anger until you get, you know, until they... Because there was a dude who said that thing about poor things yesterday. It sounds like if you like this movie, you're probably a pedophile. And then I said, you might be stupid. That's quick to anger. And then he said, haha, my bait worked. That's a double down. So it's taking me a little longer to give them the unban, because I'm still thinking about the unban request, to be honest with you. Because I posted their unban request in the content creator Discord, and everyone said, nah, fuck that person, keep them banned, I hate that shit. But now they're in the Peloton section of my Discord going, I really shouldn't have said that stuff, I was being sarcastic. And then I'm asking follow-up questions like, if you were being sarcastic, why did you say your bait worked? And then they were typing like some sad boy stuff, like because I'm stupid. And I was like, I don't take that as a reason. So I just, right now, I'm keeping them in limbo. Because I'm like, I just don't, it just doesn't feel like it's resolved yet. He was spiraling hard. The problem is when we spiral in Discord, it's hard to see the messages, man. Because everybody in the Peloton sub-community is like, they're always talking like all day. Like I don't go to that section for like an hour and I miss like 100 messages about like chocolate truffles or something. Like, hi, I see you there. I see you. Why don't you ban them from the Discord? They didn't do anything wrong in the Discord. They might not have even done much wrong in the channel, but like, you know, I'm not going to ban you from all platforms. Like, how about this one, man? This is from a user earlier today. I'm just going to try to keep spamming offensive messages to engagement bait you into auditing me. 3 clown emojis. A minute later. Have you considered playing a game you aren't garbage at? Unban request. I was simply desperate for attention and thought this was the best way to get it. I want to be able to read chat again. I won't ever send another message. Okay, so that's the easiest deny of all time. That one's a given. But then we still got this poor things one that we're trying to figure out. Who is this? Okay, let me find them again. Jamerson, if you are watching this stream right now, type in the Peloton Discord. Type the expression fettuccine Alfredo in the Peloton Discord. Several people are typing. Oh, it's not oh no. It's not oh no. Why is everyone saying oh no? I have streamer mode on, so I don't know if that's the real Jamerson. I just know that their name starts with J. Okay. Fettuccine Alfredo. All right. I'm going to unban. Enter reason for unbanning this user. Well, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to say don't type that malarkey again. Bozo. That's a bozo-worthy situation. I hit on ban, right? I didn't hit deny. Oh, yeah, on ban request approved. I don't think that was him. Whatever, man. Nobody ever went broke giving clemency. Is your Discord shitter chat? No, dude, Misk is shitter chat. I went in there and I said, can you reply to the motherfucker on Reddit who said I haven't seen Priscilla, Queen of the Desert because queer cinema is a blind spot when with this image, and it was an image of my rating for Priscilla, Queen of the Desert on Letterboxd. And then everyone was like, smallest image I've ever seen. Let me get a magnifying glass to see this image. It's like, bro, I'm the streamer. Just do what I say. In in Discord/Peloton though, mostly everyone's just talking about like riding their bike and then like what they want to eat for dinner. Like it's actually what Misk would be if Misk was full of normal people instead of exceptional individuals. Yeah, it's like, well, I was going to say Misk with no trauma dumping, but there's some trauma dumping in the Peloton Discord, but they kind of earned it because they've been on the rides, man. Like we've shared sweat. So you're allowed to dump a little bit of trauma. But in Misk, I don't know. I don't know them, man. Sorry, this man. He could be walking down the street. I wouldn't know a thing. Make sure you use tone indicators. PBH Jamerson, you should watch yourself, okay? The tone indicator was, the lack of a tone indicator was not the problem with your message. A /S would have saved you, but you shouldn't have typed the thing that would have preceded the /S to begin with. Like instead of a tone indicator, you could just not type stupid shit as well. He's trying to help you out. I'm trying to help him out. Okay? Misk wants to tell you that your switch to Reddit has noticeably affected your personality for the worse. People who don't go outside are telling me how to socialize. Okay. Yeah. People who wear their AirPods at family dinner are like, we don't like the way you talk to your friends. All right, buddy. Whatever you say. All right, this is Phantom Thread, people. I'll tell you that. Welcome to the Dulls. This is Phantom Thread by I've seen this fella before. I've seen this fella, man. I don't know what this is, a documentary about cartoons. This is cool work. This is Monkey Bone, bro. What is Monkey Bone doing in Framed? That's crazy, man. What? Monkey Bone is a Brendan Fraser, Chris Kattan movie where, so Brendan Fraser is a cartoonist who draws a comic called Monkey Bone. Yeah, so the cartoon comes to life. Like it's a fish out of water story where like the cartoon comes into the real world and Brendan Fraser goes into the cartoon world. Hey, we got another on ban request too. They okay, this is really funny. Monsters. So they sent ASCII art of the middle finger, and then there's a message that says, like, it basically tells you, the message says, end your own life, in a lot of extra words. Like it says, it's pretty bad. But then the unban request says, I didn't see the message attached to the middle finger ASCII and wouldn't have sent it if I did. My mistake, but I think the ASCII above that one's pretty good. Oh, man. I'm kind of inclined to believe them. I don't know. I'll save that one for after the stream, but that's fucking funny, man. That's Ed Norton. I feel confident in saying that's Ed Norton. That's Julianne Moore, bro. You know what's crazy? Is that it doesn't even really look that much like Ed Norton, but it was so clearly Ed Norton just from looking at it. Like if I was to break it down and be like, why is this Ed Norton? The hair doesn't quite look right. He looks like too well groomed, not in like in a negative way, but like he looks like artificed by Hollywood. Like it looks like he's succumbed to like the specter of being unable to age while also being a public figure in Hollywood, which seems out of character for Ed Norton. The reason it looks like Ed Norton, though, even though it doesn't look like Ed Norton, is because it is Ed Norton. That's it, man. I don't know what else to tell you. He does that head tilt in a lot of his pictures. You saying he cocked his head to shoot me down? He don't give a dang about you or this town no more? Before Monica Bellucci married Tim Burton, yeah, the Passion of the Christ, bro. Also, what? Tim Burton has Riz, man? And Al probably hasn't seen it because queer cinema's a blind spot for him. Listen, kid. You think I didn't see Hedwig and the Angry Inch when you were like 7 years old? You weren't there. I rented Short Bus from the fucking Blockbuster Video on Queen Street, okay? There is no Blockbuster Video on Queen Street. Look at the Party City sign. It's a ticket that's been ripped. You think the Party Cities came with that sign by default, bro? You don't know shit about Suki and Lee. I'm thinking, man. Waffle iron is very interesting. Things that like have a hinge, like a compact mirror can fold. Things that open like a clam. Is compact short for compact mirror? It is, okay. Folders on a Mac. Desktop is a fucking folder? Steve Jobs, what kind of fruit were you eating, big dog? Desktop folder? It can't be a desktop if it's in a folder, man. It is on Windows? It holds the folders, dude. This one pissed me off because a clam doesn't open like a clam. It is a clam. You know what? People that got it right fast will be mad at you, but you do have a point there. Like they did kind of abuse circular reasoning here. One of the unwritten tenets of connections is that you don't put one of the object words in the description of what the category is. So I could understand how you would feel slightly betrayed by that. In this case, I don't feel as betrayed because I feel like it worked out in my favor. But if I was a more principled individual, yeah, I could understand being mad about that. Please stop asking me to take the read the mind in an eye test. I saw the last episode of The Rehearsal. It's one of the most popular shows in the world. You cannot Trojan horse just typing that in chat for like the last 2 days straight, thinking that you're going to get me. Everybody's watching it, okay? Also, I'll have you know that when I watched it, I don't want to say I got them right because maybe that's ableist, okay? But when there were two pictures, I got the emotions correct on both of them, okay? That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not saying they were so unclear. Oh, librarian. Librarian. Who's going to tell him? Stop.
This is a test called Reading the Mind in the Eyes. And this is a very well-known and valid, reputable test. And it asks the question, how do you think these eyes feel? Or what is the person thinking? Okay. And autistic people have a very hard time figuring out what someone else is thinking. Okay. Which word describes what they're thinking and feeling?
Oh yeah, the images are pretty low res, huh?
It's a difficult one.
Yeah, just because they're...
Terrified?
3 pounds of coffee, like, I feel like that's up there, man. It could be $22.99. So it sucks. That's not fair. This might not be a Verban good, man. Like a pound of coffee is like $12 these days. So to get 3 pounds for $12.99 is a bargain. I don't care how shitty the coffee is. That's crazy. It's got to be trash. You know what's good though? And you may not agree with me, and that's fine. I do spend time thinking about the hedonic treadmill, which is the idea that you try something, it's good. You say, I'm going to have that. It's so good, I'm going to have it every day. And then you very quickly normalize to how good it is. And now it just feels normal. And you suffer when you have anything that's worse. Like, I think that applies to coffee a lot. When you have bad coffee every day, that coffee is normal. And then when you have a good coffee, you're like, holy shit, this coffee is good. That's how I'm living my life right now. I'm a 1 cup a day guy, Sunday through Friday. I have 1 cup of prepackaged cold brew. It's not horrible, but it's not awesome coffee. Then on Saturday, I do a 3-hour bike ride, and then I take my daughter to a cafe, and I get like a nice coffee. It's just coffee, like it's not a special beverage, but the coffee is so much better that I go, oh my God, this is like the best coffee I've ever had in my entire life. I want to maintain that once a week feeling of tasting the best coffee I've ever had. That's why I don't buy the beans that they have and make the coffee at home. I go back to my shit coffee Sunday through Friday, and then every Saturday, I'm like, today's the day. Second cup of coffee at like 9:30 a.m. with the good beans, and then I continue to appreciate it, man. It's kind of how I feel. I apply the same thing with ice cream. I go to the ice cream parlor like 2 times a week, sometimes more. But when I go, I don't buy the pint unless I think that my wife is going to want ice cream. Then I buy the pint. I just get a scoop. I go to the parlor, I get a scoop, I eat it, and I go, this ice cream's great. And then I might go another 2, 3, 4 days without getting the ice cream back again. So the next time that I go, I'm like, I appreciate the ice cream more. 36-inch waist, nice try. Nice try. I'm wearing 30s right now. It sounds crazy. I could go down to a 28. The problem is, I think I'm gonna have to start shopping at like in the teen boys section at the department store. I'm not even that skinny. I'm just snatched. Like the waist is snatched. 28's hard to find. They don't make a lot of 36-year-old men with a 28. That's all I'm saying. There's dozens of us in chat, I'm sure, but just like in general, try women's pants. That might be the play, man. I gotta farm a little bit more aura, but like, why do the women's pants look so much cooler? Like, you know what I'm talking about? The men's flies, 99.5% of the time, the fly is like dead center, and they're like right under your belly button. But then the women's pants, sometimes they get a little rakish with the flies. They'll have like the fly a little offset to like the right or the left. So when you tuck in your pants, or your shirt to your pants, I should say, there's like a little extra, like an accent around your waist. It's kind of cool, man. Women's fashion's allowed to play around a little bit more. I see men wearing some out there stuff these days, but the women's fashion, they've been doing it for centuries, man. Why does Chile get all the buff for being a long country when Argentina is just as long? Wait 1 second here. Chile, Argentina. Nice try, kid. That's bait. It's clearly not just as long. It's markedly shorter. I would say possibly 8% shorter. I recognize that we got like Terra del Nuevo or whatever down here, but we also got Terra del Nuevo down here. So they kind of come out in the wash, I think. And which one makes the best tender? I mean, like, if we're going tender for tender, like, that's a great looking chicken tender right there. Brazil's got like, it'd be a nice chicken breast to have like on a plate with some sides next to it for sure. But the Argentina tender looks pretty good. Anyway, I got to go 9,000. No wonder it takes me 2 hours to do the dulls, man. I'm like, why do I have no VODs for YouTube? And then I like click to any point in the dulls, and I'm like, you guys, what do you think is Ian McShane's best role? A lot of people are going to say Deadwood, but I haven't seen that shit. So I got to go with the owner of the Continental Hotel in John Wick. Jonathan, well, you get the idea. I don't know. What about like Oman? Oman, oh God. Oman, oh God, Oman, oh God, Oman. Perhaps like a Rwanda? That's adjacent, bro. How about a Uganda? That's rough. Botswana, is it around there? Oh, no, it's not. Kenya. Maybe this is like South Sudan. Is Mauritania around here? Here we go, man. Here we go. Tasmania? No, sorry, that's the Chibli one. We're going Tanzania. Mozambique? Fuck you, man. Lesotho? No. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Let's just start with South Africa. Just focus on getting on base here, okay? We know Angola's over there on the west. That's Namibia, right? That's Namibia. Then the Congo on the east. maybe it's the Congo on the west. I mean, vice versa. Oh, what are you, man? I should know this. This comes up in Geo all the time. Zimbabwe? Guinea-Bissau? Oh, fuck. Malawi? Oh. It's this one. I don't know what that is, though. Kiribati? That might be in the South Pacific, man. Oh, shit. It's like every country coming to mind, I know it's not here. So it's like, did I say Mozambique? Yeah. I said Angola. Said Uganda. Benin? No, Benin's not there. Gabon? Gabon's there, okay. Gaborone? Gaborone might be the capital city of Gabon. It's not Mali. What's going on here? Are you the Central African Republic? It doesn't matter because I don't know which one's like which here anyway. That's warmer, okay. Are you Burkina Faso? Egypt? Sudan? South Sudan? I just got to get them out of my head. Ethiopia? Somalia? Benin? Ghana? Senegal? Ivory Coast? The Gambia? Sure, Gambia. Algeria? Morocco? Libya? Tunisia? Mali? Western Sahara? Senegal? Nigeria? Liberia? Cameroon? Equatorial Guinea? I'm tapped. This shit's gonna piss me off. It's simple. Just think of a country you can't remember the name of right now. I'm tapping. Chat, can I get the answer? I was gonna run through the alphabet. Burundi! Oh! Burundi. Oh, man. Average guess is like hella good luck in Chinese, though, right? Damn, dude. Good fortune is going to befall me for real. Oh, God. Oh, man. Yo, it's the best day of my life. It's Chile. That's huge, man. Canadians are Americans. I live outside of the continent and nobody here calls Canadians Americans. Yeah. But have you asked someone from Brazil how they feel lately? I don't know why Brazil's trying to beef with Canada when we say we're not American. There's something maybe it's just like a different kind of like value system or something. But people from Brazil are always telling me I'm American. And I'm like, you know the difference, man. Why are we splitting hairs on this? Yeah, we're on like the American continent, but we're not, I don't identify as American, which up here means colloquially a citizen of the United States. Like this is the linguistic version of those arithmetic questions that are designed to go viral on social media that are like, if you can't get this right, you must be stupid. And then it's all just ambiguous order of operations because they use the divide symbol instead of what you would actually do if you wanted it to be unambiguous, which is like use a line and put part of the equation on the top versus the bottom, or the expression, I should say. Like everybody knows, man, that we're all continentally American, but like the word American in North America more commonly means from the United States of America. So, like, I don't know why you're telling me I'm American. I'm not American, man. What do you want me to say? We all know what we're talking about here. We're arguing for the sake of arguing, man. Not everyone knows that. Well, I'm not going to live my life, like, getting into these arguments for the sake of stupid people. That's ridiculous. They should catch up, man. Information's free these days. Skip. Case of the Golden Idol. It was inspired by those games. Fair enough, you got me. That's a blind spot, unlike Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. Golden Idol. Case of the Golden Idol. It's not from 2022. Great game, you should play it. I'm done playing games on this bitch, to be honest with you. It's all just little browser games and React comments from this time onwards. Chat would be insufferable. Have you ever seen chat when we play a game, bro? Oh, you were talking about in Golden Idol. That's fair enough. You're probably right about that. Then you complain about a lack of YouTube content? I'm not complaining. Talking isn't complaining. You got me confused with your mother-in-law. I know how that, you know how that is, man. You know how that is? You know, we say like, everybody's sympathetic to Tony. Not enough people are sympathetic to Carmela Soprano, man. Imagine having Livia Soprano as your mother-in-law. Don't talk about my mother-in-law like that. You talk to her like that. She's not my mother-in-law. Carmela sucks too. Spoken like somebody that hasn't had her Berjol. I'm so Italian. I just know it, man. I know it. I know I'm Italian. Sponge cake, buttercream, icing, food coloring, and marzipan. I gotta admit, that looks pretty good, man. A whimsical dessert featuring a dome of soft sponge. This looks more like, you know, I'm going to say Austria. Because Germany, don't take this the wrong way, Germany. I don't mean it in a bad way. When the food looks continental European, but not distinctively Italian or French, I always go Germany, and then they go, no, bitch, it's Austria. Shit! It's not even close, man. Ice cold? Frog, Australia? It looks good, though. I can't deny that. Who are we have such a fucked up anti-dessert bias in our world right now, and it pisses me off because I grew up a dessert hater. But there's a lot of anti-dessert virtue signaling where people are going to end up typing shit like, it's got too much sugar in it. It looks like it's too rich for me. Buddy, that's why it tastes good. It's literally, they put every ingredient in it that your body loves. Like your genes crave these nutrients. You're literally like a straight edge eater. And that's so disappointing to me. Like, you recognize that the fruits of this fucking world were placed here for us to savor, right, bitch? You know, if they're not here for us, who are they fucking for? No thanks. Oh, I'll pass. Maybe next time. There is no next time, bitch. This is your one shot. I don't mind you passing on the frog cake, but saying yuck to the frog cake is disingenuous. You offend your spirit with your artifice. A fatal 1921 plane crash convinced what Italian-American family to change from the aviation parts business to the water pump business? Gucci? I don't know. Gucci, Ferrari? Around 1950, what family had another member who invented a hydrotherapy pump to turn any... Oh, jacuzzi! That's sick, dude! Don't worry. The airplane's a jacuzzi. Me in 1920? Grazie. Me in 2025? Me in 2025? At least it's not a Boeing. You know what I'm talking about? No, they've been pretty chill lately. I'm not trying to like die in an ironic way or something like that. Bay Area mentioned. I love it, man. I know all about San Francisco. Haight-Ashbury, Golden Gate Park, the Mission, the Tenderloin, North Beach, where they make the cioppino at the restaurant. They're cash-only restaurants. They refuse to split the bill. They refuse to split the bill at the cioppino restaurants in the North Beach. But it's good, people. It's good. Why do you slide into Trump? Okay, you're 2 inches into Trump and Biden's 2 inches into you. Are you moving forward or backwards? Don't tell me to shut up. Just answer the question. You fucking prudes. As fast as he ran, he couldn't get away. In the end, the gingerbread man got eaten by what critter? It's a fox. A fox ate the gingerbread man. I don't remember that from Shrek. I'm really not becoming a reactionary. You just have to believe me. But I do crash out sometimes reading my kid the classic fairy tales, but I bought the book in like 2023, and instead of like Hansel and Gretel getting baked into a cake, they're like just admonishing the witch for being like, you shouldn't try to kill children and cook and eat them. And then the witch goes, I know now what I did was wrong. Shit is pissing me off a little bit. I'm still reading the stories, and honestly, to be fair, it doesn't matter. And secondly, my kid is happy that there's a happy ending and there's like not as much conflict and fear in the story. As long as it only stays restricted to entertainment for toddlers, that's fine, okay? But I cannot let her grow up into an adult that has been her only media diet. I would consider that to be a failure in one specific domain of parenting. Why not? I don't know, because I might be like, hey, let's watch this movie. And then she's like, does anyone get unalived? And I'll be like, yeah, someone gets unalived. Spoilers, by the way. The movie's called fucking Goodfellas. Goodfellas, that sounds fun. What's it about? A bunch of friends who are nice to each other? Well... Some of it. Oh, man. Sort these human organs by their median weight, starting with the heaviest. I'll be honest with you. I deadass have basically no idea. Your liver is really big. That's a given. I get the feeling your lungs are not that weighty. They're like balloons, right? I'm sure they don't have an infinitesimal weight, but they got some weight to them. I feel like your spleen... surprisingly big. Heart has got to have a certain heft to it. I think it's like maybe liver, brain. I think a liver's heavier than a brain. I'm gonna say it is. I'm gonna set it up like this. Liver, brain, blank, heart. Okay, I'm gonna say spleen, and then kidneys are lighter than lungs. Oh my God, it's the lungs. That's wild, man. Ladies, I'm sorry. The proof's in the pudding. Female kidneys, 260 grams. Male kidneys, 267 grams. I'm sorry. It's science. It's science. We're literally better at pissing. We're scientifically better at pissing. Oh, the truth hurts. The truth hurts. Get mogged. Our hearts are bigger too, but that's actually like a bad thing. I don't think anyone was ever died and they were like, oh yeah, their heart was shrunken. Isn't it always like it's 10 times bigger than it's supposed to be? I think this might be problematic. When you think about it, it is fucked up that men die like 7 years earlier than women on average. Now, I'm not saying like do something about it, because there's really nothing that can be done. Also, like if you tell Grok to fix the problem, ladies, hide, because Grok doesn't understand the nuance. It's gonna be one of those like monkey's paw situations, okay? Can we at least, any ladies in the chat, can we get a little sympathy? You literally get like 8% more life than us. You get 8% more time, and time is like the most precious resource. I'm not asking you to apologize. I'm just asking, can you just type like that's hard or something like that? Have a little sympathy. And that shit was like baked in at birth. No sympathy at all? None, man. None. They said, fuck you for being born? That's crazy, man. That's rough, buddy. Okay, one person said it, but it's probably another guy, because we have to give sympathy to each other, man. Because we don't get it from the... Because they don't want to hear about our problems, man. It's true. Well, it's not true. There's nuance to it, but it's largely true. Ladies, type it in chat. What? Only ladies only. Ladies, 1 in chat if you want to hear about a man's problems. 2 in chat if you're like, just let me talk. Just let me explain the dream I had last night to you. Shut up and put that listening in the bag. 2. That's why I love my wife. She can be honest, man. Yeah, I can. At least you're telling me the truth. I'll stop trying to get you to care, I guess. I just got here. Can you rewind the stream by 3 hours, please? Rant, Sam, I think we'll put a dragon like right about here, and then we'll. I think honestly, we definitely want to play a cleave, and then we get the ephemeral cleave, and then. No, man, you got to go watch the YouTube video. They're not going to be fucking with Monster Train 2. I can already tell. They're going to say the first Monster Train 2 VOD is going to get like 180,000 views. And then all the comments are going to be like, play more Star Vaders. And then I'm going to play more Star Vaders. And the Star Vaders video is going to get like 13,000 views. And I'm going to fucking crash out, man. I'm going to lose it. I'm going to fucking lose it. Oh no, only 180k views. So sad. Live in the real e-world for one da plus. Chat, is this your champion? They're mad at the fact that they didn't get the joke, okay? God. What do you want me to say? That must be hard. 999 plus messages. Account created 6 years ago, so you're at least 7. You should know better. Following for 3 years. I got the joke. I'm just at work on my phone. Our hearsts are bigger because we have more love to give. Who jerked that chicken? All right, that one's pretty funny. Perfect time for a Krungo wall. Watching NL while I stroke my Johnson. This is why we need Krungo back. Poo Time has the worst name ever. I don't know what that is, but... Who don't you to fuck your stepsister? That's so, you're real for that, man. Who don't you to fuck your stepsister? Man, what the fuck are you talking about? Every message makes no fucking sense. It doesn't. What are you talking? What is your job? Yeah, that's a. Sorry, my crystal's already full with the poor things guy. But he's on mobile, all right. Can I say something without becoming a caricature of myself? When did autocorrect get worse? Why does autocorrect now autocorrect real words into other real words? That didn't used to happen. It used to collect like fuck to duck. But at some point it got overzealous and now it's like autocorrecting the real word that I meant to type into a different word and I have to go back and be like, no, bitch, know your place. I know what I wrote. Like I'm typing in the WhatsApp for the dads group. I'm like, does anyone know when the mom's dinner is? And then it's like, did you mean moms with an apostrophe? And I'm like, no, dude. I mean more than one mom because they're all going to dinner together. Then I press space, mom's apostrophe, backspace, 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 MOMS, space, moms with an apostrophe, backspace, 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 MOMS, click the center button of suggested words that's pluralized mom. So I know that you know that it's a word. Year 2000, that's my era, man. 2000 was 617 milli. You're my angel, that's Shaggy. There we go. I mean, that's like the easiest one of all time. It's an iconic bass line, bro. One big party when you're still young. Wanna show the nation my appreciation. Something like that. It's Weezer, bro. But listen, I think Shaggy is like easily one of the most creatively bankrupt artists that we've ever elevated to superstardom. And this song still kicks the pants off of Beverly Hills by Weezer. It pains me to say it, but like, I'm speaking from the heart. Whether you agree with me or disagree with me, I'm speaking from the heart. Closer than my peeps you are to me, baby. Let me hear this Shaggy glorp though. I'm begging you. You be my friend when I'm in need, baby. Life is one. You can't capture Shaggy's voice in a codec, but they tried, and for that I'm grateful. For that I'm grateful, man. He gets down there. He gets down there like when I'm singing the Ballad of Peter Pumpkinhead in the car to my kid. But he made too many enemies. You know what I'm talking about? I'm singing the XTC version like I'm part of the Crash Test Dummies. Of the people who would keep us on our knees. You don't know? You don't know? Kids these days don't know XTC, man? You don't know Peter Pumpkinhead coming to town? Waving something and cash around? They really don't, man. They don't. We were busy making plans for Nigel. I can respect that. I only know Imaginal Disc and Brad. Well, it could be worse. It could be like, you know, it could be Pink. It could be in chat posting about, does anyone, hey, this guy doesn't like Pink. Go get him. You could be that chatter. It's just music. Don't be mad at me, okay? Like, I don't know that much shit about hyperpop, but it seems like it's art. I'm willing to admit that it's art, even if I am not fully aware of it. But like, we're talking, I'm not gonna spill any ink over like, get this party started on a Saturday night. Everybody's talking how they're feeling, all right. Yeah, I don't know about all that stuff, man. Call me when Pink comes out with an album as good as Portishead's Dummy. Then we'll talk, man. Then we'll fucking talk, okay? Oh, she already has. Yeah, is it the one with most girls on it? Little old to be partying, aren't you? Brother, have you been outside? Don't answer that. It goes without saying. Old people are the only people partying now, man. And like 22-year-old landlords. But mostly it's like dudes in their 70s with really red noses. I wonder why. Why are you condescending to me? I made the joke. And then you're like, I wonder why that is. Jeff the Flying Shark. I remember you. Pink ass name. Which one's Glory Box? Is that the one that's like, so tired, thinking out the broken arrow. Give me a reason. Is it that one? Is it that one? Yeah, it's that one. Okay. I'm a Sour Times guy, but if I listen to Sour Times too many times in a row, I do kind of get pissed off at the fucking sound effect. I don't know how to even describe it. They're hitting that sound effect just a little too frequently in the song. Sausage water or double cheeseburger and chips. I'm sorry, I'm going to keep saying it, and the reason I'm going to keep saying it is because I believe it. I don't think that this burger looks good. I think that this burger looks bad. I didn't say I would take the sausage water over it. I would rather have the burger and fries than the sausage water, but I don't think this burger looks good. Some burgers look good. I don't think this burger looks good. 2 burgers. It's easy. This burger looks better than this burger. There's no doubt about it. So we go with that. What? Now I don't know what to think, man. I thought that was locked in. This is fucking crazy, man. Can we at least find the first piece of common ground, which is that this is too much burger. 2 patties is maybe not too much, but this is too much. It's not, you're insane. This looks so much better. I don't care. They're wrong. They're wrong. I know they're offended because it's not proper chips in the right one. What is this fucking sweet potato chips? Sweet potato crisps with a burger. Nah. It looks 10 times better, man. Okay, now I'll be real with you on this one. It's not related to the price, but the price is a corroborating factor. This looks like bad fish and chips. We can meet in the middle on that one. I think the burger looks a little sloppy, but I would much prefer it. 81% is insane. The fish looks bad. Curry goat looks good. The sausage looks good. I think that if I may say something, perhaps that crosses a line a little bit. Human beings are animals, and Scrandle players might be even more beholden to the most basal impulses than the average person that you meet these days, which is my way of saying that I think that this probably is delicious, but is going to be underrated because they're like, there's nothing on the fucking sausage. If you put like a little fucking bullshit on it, if you went like blah, 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 just a blah, 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 if you did something like that, they'd be like, that looks good. But instead, I think they're going to be like, it's fucking plain. It's not plain. There's spices inside of the sausage. So I think it's going to be this. Fuck! Fuck, 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 fuck. Okay, I don't know what Ferrero Rocher is, but the topped nachos look really bad. I'm going with this. They're not 82%. 2150 is kind of insane. What the fuck? I came to Wembley Stadium, but the food's so expensive. Yeah, bro. That's what you get for being a gooner. They've been in the top flight for 172 years. What the fuck? The concessions at the Olympics it's absolutely outrageous. I gotta be honest, for £2.90, this looks like fucking gas, man. That's a given. That looks like shit. Let's ignore that 83%. But currywurst never loses. It doesn't matter. You only have to consider if it's up against other currywurst. This is too much. You can't put the sauce on the bun because then there's no place to hold. You put the sauce within the confines of the bun. It's got to be the burger. Oh my God. This is why I say we're all animals. You're doing too much. Now this is like the perfect burger, man. The bun looks good. You got some onions. Apparently there's some bacon involved somewhere. Can I say a big but restrained patty? The bun looks nice. This is a great looking burger for a guy like me. I'm being pulled in two directions because this also for slop looks okay. And maybe the one time you'll ever hear me say something like they should slop it up a little bit. Like it could actually use another pass of the sauce. But I gotta be true to my heart and go burger. I'm not that mad about the delta there. 7% is whatever, man. This looks foul, is more expensive. This looks good. This looks like a meal for adults. The price is right. That's a given. That's the easiest one of my entire life. I know it's fuck all to do with footy or even sport, but this is a chili chicken wrap that my folks just paid £9 for at a Michael Bublé concert. Chili chicken wrap, £9. That's fucking funny. Are people really getting like food concessions at a concert? That never really struck me as a thing that you could do. Like at a sporting event, sure, but getting a wrap at a concert is kind of crazy. Beer for sure, or like some cocktails or something, but sure, why not? I don't know. I guess if you're sitting down, you can like munch on some popcorn while Michael Bublé is singing "Just Haven't Met You Yet" or whatever. But well, this one again, I'm gonna Flanderize myself. There's an anti-dessert bias in the world today. Doesn't make any sense. People look worse than they've ever looked, and yet simultaneously nobody's eating sugar. It does to me. They don't fit into each other. The Lego pieces do not connect. That being said, the goal of the game is not to say how the world should be. It's to say how the world is, and I really think that this is going to be. Oh, okay, no, fair enough. The show. I don't know everything. Also, people don't look worse than they've ever looked. People did look worse in around 2003. Before Super Size Me came out, and I'm not saying you have to hand it to Morgan Spurlock, but they looked worse 22 years ago. They did look better 40 years ago, for sure. Like you ever see a photo of like your dad in high school, and like he and his friends are just hanging out, and like there's like 7 dudes with an 8-pack, and then one dude, they're like, yeah, we called him Bubba, and he's like He's got like a little paunch, but he's got a 4-pack. Okay. No, the right one looks AI generated, but was made by mankind, which is even more depressing. I think this looks okay. Fair enough. This looks... People are going to think that I'm putting on airs. I say that every 10 seconds when I play Scrandle, but it's true. This is a sick sandwich, man. The bread looks good. The meat looks amazing. Is it lacking one topping? Sure, maybe. But it looks great, man. What more do you need? What more do you need? Oh, with Grandma Nona's fuck your shit cheese sauce. The wrap looks okay. I'll give you that. But like, that's going to... Too dry? Your mouth has saliva in it, bro. That's not that bad. That's not that bad. I can't crash out over that. A sanguiche de potito. Cow's rectum sandwich. Probably going to go with the salted beef fries on that one. Hello. Are you ready to stream? Good morning, you big, beautiful badass. It's time to grab life by the testes. Get your pair of fuck you scissors and chop off God's balls, because you're a motherfucker who is going to take ass and kick names today. Know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I'm Howell Dawdy posting. I don't know if I can watch. I'm like, oh, I'm so excited, dude. It's Howell's Fleet stream. And then like 10 minutes into the Fleet stream, I get so pissed off that I'm like, I can't watch this. The dude with the long beard... who's all he free boots like a video of someone doing something stupid and then puts on like the British accent and is like, this is what in a previous generation we used to tell you not to do. But people these days, and I'm like, oh, here we go. And then there's like 8 of those in a row. You're right, I gotta Mithridates myself. I gotta build up a tolerance, man. Oh man. Who's Howell Dawdy? You might know him better as the guy who sang, got my dick stuck in a Mexican Coke. Got my dick stuck in a Mexican Coke. My baby left me. She took my heart and soul. And now my dick's stuck in a Mexican Coke. You don't know that one? Sang it at karaoke to a group who didn't know it. Halfway through, they were singing along. It's got a certain singability to it for sure. I love when they make the turn. This is not a joke. This is not a bit. Got a Mexican Coke hanging off of my dick. It's getting hard to remain calm and placid. Well, my dick's getting pickled in phosphoric acid. Got my dick stuck. Anyway. Yeah. See you tomorrow. Don't start the singing, then you can't stop. So true. When you were young, you were the king of Austin Powers. And now you kidnapped Nigel Powers as his foe to get the man of mystery to show. This is the room one afternoon where Fat Bastard ate you. And how Felicity Shagwell shagged him real well to place a homing device where no one dared to dwell. I love it when he becomes Mario. His name's Mario and he bounces on the shells. Some of these levels are hotter than the hells. And when he spins, he can survive a spiny shell. Mario, Rio, please do better, please do well.